I came out a while ago. I came out when I was 17. I was watching a movie that had Joan Jett in it. And I had just heard that she was maybe bi, and I was like, I'm gonna tell my mom. And my mom, I called her and I told her, and she cried and said something like, "It's just gonna be so hard for you. I'm scared," and which was legitimately how she felt, but that's just what it sounded like. And it sounded. Anyway, she was not comfortable with it, and it was hard. We had a hard first conversation, and then we didn't talk about it at all for over a year and a half until my sister came out. And I knew that she had come out, and then my sister told me, and then my mom called me the same day and was like, "Your sister's gay." And I was like, "That's your fault." But yes, she is. And then she was like, "Oh," and we like to tease her about that. But so my mom's got 2 gay kids, and she's not cool with it. It was like the 90s. It wasn't time for that for her yet. And it was just it was a big deal. But we didn't, it wasn't a fighting thing. It was just like uncomfortable, like don't mention things and don't, we would kind of say like gay things sometimes to make her squirm, but mostly we try not to talk about it. And so we had distanced ourselves as daughters and mother, and the only thing we had was hiking. And we would go hiking in Forest Park alternately on the weekends. And so my mom calls me up on one Sunday and is like, "Hey, do you want to go up to the park and blah, blah, blah?" And I was like, "Oh, I can't because I'm going to go to Gay Pride. And that's downtown." And my mom's like, bye. Don't want to talk about it. And then after that, I guess she called my sister. And my sister was like, "Oh, I'm actually going to be going down to Gay Pride. My girlfriend's parents are actually involved too because they're in PFLAG. And I don't know if y'all know what PFLAG is, but it's Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. It's the people that have the signs, It's the people that make you cry. And they're just great humans. So my mom said, "Wait, why are the parents coming down there? What's PFLAG?" And my sister explains what it is, and my mom said, well, I have 2. And my sister just laughed, and she said, "Okay, well, I'll talk to you next weekend," or whatever. My mom said, "Where's this parade at? Where is it?" And she's like, "It's all over downtown," and like really asks her, like, where are you meeting or whatever. And so my sister gives her the information and gets off the phone, and then I see her down in the parade, like you all meet in the park blocks and get your banners and whatever, and we're down there talking, and she's like, and then mom was like, "I have 2," and then she's telling me the story, and we're laughing, and then I was like, holy shit. And coming like across the park was our mom. And I was like, "What is she doing here? What is she doing here?" And Melanie was like, "Well, I told her I didn't think she was gonna," and we were both like, "What are you doing?" And she comes over to us and she's like, "Hi. Do I get a sign?" I know. And we were like, "Oh, no, you have to paint those at home like everyone else." Like, it was sweet, but we were so skeptical. Like, since when, And then the parents come over, and they're like, "Hi." They hadn't met my mom, because the gay thing's not, it was hard. And so they come over, and then everything was sweet, and they walk away. And my mom said, "Well, where's my shirt?" Because everyone was wearing lavender, and blah, blah, blah. We're like, "Mom, what are you doing here? Why are you here?" And she's like, "Well, I want to be a part of the things that the parents do." And we're like, "Oh, okay. All right, we'll do this." So the thing happens and the parade starts, and we're just like, it kind of winds its way through downtown, but there's a part where you're walking through the streets of Portland, and then you turn onto what used to be called Vaseline Alley, which is now just shops. But it's Stark Street, and it's where all the good stuff is. And we were marching through town, and people, like I said, when you see PFLAG, you're like, "Oh, it's so hard." I mean, before I even knew I was gay, I'd see these people that were like, "I don't give a fuck, I love my whomever, my gay cat." And I was it's such a thing. So when you're marching, people start clapping more, and people get engaged who are watching the parade. So we're marching through the town, and then we turn onto Stark Street, and the entire town of Portland just is screaming. They're just like, "Ah!" And my mom, who's been holding our hands the whole time. We turn the corner and the town is like, yeah. And my mom goes like this. And she's holding her, and my sister and I are like, and it's so confusing. And it was really, I mean, it's like my mom deserves everything. She really does. All the good and the bad, but she, it was just like the most perfect my mom moment. And we're walking, and she got, I mean, that felt good to her, so we did that for a full block of just like, we're walking, and I'm like, is she gonna put her hands down? It was like a thing. And then she just started putting them down, and we get to this corner, and there's two gay men, and they're like leather daddies, and just like, and they're holding each other, and they're just like, just really reacting to the thing, and it was like one testicle was out here on his leg. And I was like, ooh. And my mom, and then these two guys see my mom, who's so, you know, and they just start crying. This man is like, this older gentleman is staring at my mom crying, and my mom was, like I said, she was just about to put her hands on, she just did not want to bring him again. She was like, and she looked this man in the face, and she said, "You're welcome."